Like, I can't even believe that I did this. Hi guys, welcome back. It's me, Drew, and today's video that I have for you, it is my 9-month update since having weight loss surgery. So if you're new to my channel, first of all, hi, I'm Drew, and if you want to be a part of the Just Like Drew crew and you're not already, click the red subscribe button down below and join our forever family, because we're literally the best crew around, because anybody and everybody can be our crew. Alright, so let's get down to business. So it has been 9 months since I have had weight loss surgery. So real quick, if you don't know anything about me, I currently am down a total of 235 pounds. Now, I did not lose all that 9 months ago. I've actually lost it all over time. I lost 121 pounds before surgery and 235 overall. It is really, really, really weird to only have 30 pounds left of my weight loss goal. Like, it is the weirdest thing ever. Like, seriously, when I started this journey, my goal was to lose 265 pounds. I remember thinking to myself, if I lose 50 pounds, you know what I mean? To be down 235, it is completely, like, inconceivable. Like, I can't even believe that I did this. Like, I'm happy I did it, but I can't believe that I did this. And so, you're gonna see me looking down. I wrote some notes because I don't want to miss anything. So I waited, technically my 9-month surgery date was 4th of July, but I actually waited till today because today I actually had my follow-up appointment with my surgical assistant, and so I wanted to make sure that I talked to them first. So first of all, so there's been mostly not a lot of changes like eating and diet and all that kind of stuff. When it comes to exercise, I have added the dreaded Stairmaster to my daily routine. Whether I'm doing cardio, legs, or arms, I've added 10 minutes of the Stairmaster to every workout. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible, but I won't lie to you because my butt is getting defined. I'm literally seeing like the little cheeks like get fixed. So I can't even be mad at the Stairmaster because it's working. So I've only been doing it for like 3 to 4 weeks now, and it's actually making a difference. And while I like hate my life while I'm doing it, I love the results I'm getting. So if you're like, how do I improve my butt and thigh area? Stairmaster. It's awful, but do it. It's amazing for your body. It just feels terrible and like you're gonna die. So I saw my doctor today, and they basically said that since my last weigh-in, I've lost a total of 30 pounds. It was funny because even the nurse who gets all your vitals, she was like, so you look different to me today. And I was like, okay. And she's like, really? She's like, you look like you've lost a lot of weight. And I'm like, okay, so it was like 30 pounds. I'm thinking to myself, well, I've actually consistently lost about like 20 to 40 pounds between every visit. But what I realized is when you first start losing weight, 5 to 10 pounds doesn't make a huge difference, like in what people see in your change. But now that I'm in like the last 30 pounds, I still can't believe I'm like in the last 30 pounds of my goal, that the changes are much more drastic from 5 to 10 pounds, like is what I've noticed. It's been really, really crazy how like 5 pounds makes a difference like on my face and my body, as opposed to before 5-10 pounds I didn't even know I was missing it, you know what I mean? So that was really cool. My BMI, I am officially overweight. So if you're like, wait, what? Yes. So since I've been like probably like a 10-year-old kid, I have been considered obese in some capacity. And when I started this, I was like super mega obese. I believe my BMI originally was like a 66 or 67. I am now in the 20s. My BMI is like a 29.7, and that is the most exciting thing ever. And it's funny because today I was in my appointment. She goes, hey, she says, so you're overweight now and you're not obese anymore. And I was like, yes, I'm overweight now and I'm not obese. And that seems like the weirdest thing to be excited about. But I actually like cried the day that I officially was no longer obese. Like I was like just like weeping with happiness because that word has like haunted me and been a part of my life forever. And to think that in like 30 pounds, I will not even be overweight, that I will be in my weight category. I might be at the high end of my weight category, but I'll be in my weight category. It is completely inconceivable. Another cool thing is I did have a story done on me from Daily Mail UK, which was really cool. They did a whole big story on me talking, not like, sorry, I don't mean like huge, but like they did a nice article about me, about my weight loss. That was really, really cool. And in that article, they did share some details about me that I hadn't shared with you guys yet, like my current weight, stuff like that, which honestly has changed. So, if you didn't catch that article, and I'm sure many of you did not, tomorrow I'm going to be releasing a special video where I tell you what I weigh. Things like that, you know, my highest weight, my current weight, my goal weight. It's going to be a really short video, but I figured I would do a special bounce off video for that, just because you guys have asked me that for a while and you're probably wondering why I never shared that, and I'll explain more of that in tomorrow's video, but I will be doing that tomorrow and I'm really excited to do that. So since having weight loss surgery, I've lost a total of 117 pounds. So that was since October 4th of last year, and overall I'm down 235 pounds. So I'm looking at my list here. I talked to them today about my excess skin. So I have a lot of excess skin in the stomach area. I have some in my arms and I have some like in my thigh area, but the most like bad place is the stomach for most people to understand. I carried most of my weight in my stomach. And I lost 235 pounds. And so basically the game plan right now is they've been documenting for the last like so many months that I am going to need skin removal surgery, a tummy tuck. And basically we're kind of putting a game plan together. They said that I will need to be referred to a plastic surgeon, that the standard tummy tuck is not going to work for me because of how much skin, that they're probably going to have to do like some sort of like a 360, possibly like a truncated something rather, like, which is some kind of weird V thing where they have to remove all the skin and lift because they have to take it from here and from behind and everywhere else. And basically she was like, if we did just like the basic tummy tuck, I knew you'd end up looking pregnant. And I promise you, after all of this, I don't want to look pregnant. And she said they're gonna pull it really, really tight because your skin will actually loosen still after everything is said and done. So, and the other thing is they're like, they want me to be like a stable weight for a few months before they actually do the skin removal surgery. So they're like, the thing right now is like, you're still losing weight. They're like, it's not even so much about you gaining weight. They're like, we want you to be at a stable weight. So right now, personally, my goal is to try and push myself to be like close to, if not completely done losing weight by my 1-year visit, which would be October 4th. So that way I can level out and maintain weight for like 3 to 6 months. That makes sense. And at this point, I talked to them today and they're thinking honestly that I'm probably carrying at least like 15 to 20 pounds of excess skin right now. So honestly, I weigh more, but I'm technically less, but the excess skin, you know. So the thing with the excess skin is a lot of people are like, is it a problem? So it is negative. It's not a great thing. It's not exciting, but it's not like horrible. And honestly, it's not as bad as weighing an extra 235 pounds. You can disguise it well with clothing. I wear a lot of dresses. I love dresses. And the thing that's nice about dresses, it doesn't like pull tight in that area. I'm looking forward to the point where I can actually get the skin removed, especially because of the fact that my biggest problem right now is pants, because like pants, like, you know, they have to compensate for this excess skin, but then they're like gapey in the waist. So I can't get like well fitted pants right now, and that is like annoying. But like I said, at the end of the day, I'm still in a better place than I was. I'm healthier, I'm happier. It's not like ruining my life altogether. It's just a thing that's kind of frustrating. So one really negative thing happened to me actually last week, and that was last week I actually passed out. Like was doing something and I fell out to the ground, and it was really a scary moment for me. I think I've only sort of passed out once in my life, and it was when I was like a teenager, and I don't even know for sure if I really did or not, but I officially did at this moment, and a week ago. And basically I talked to my doctors about that today, and I was like, okay, so this happened, you know, I don't know if it was like a low blood sugar, if I was dehydrated, because the day before I had done a lot of deep cleaning like in my room. I did like 5 hours of cleaning. I actually went to the gym on a Sunday. I don't normally go to the gym on Sunday, but I did that week because I thought that the gym was gonna be closed on the 4th of July. Turns out they were open. And then I went to the gym Monday, had to do a bunch of stuff, and I think that my body just like got overworked. And so basically, she actually said that she thinks it's probably more. It could have been like a low blood sugar. She said, but more than anything, it's probably actually related to my blood pressure. My blood pressure now, they said my blood pressure, they're like, has always actually been good. Like even when I was at like my highest weight, I didn't have like a super high blood pressure. My blood pressure now though, is, I'm trying to look. I believe they said like 108 over something. Like it's really, it's low. And it's not bad, but she said like some people, like they have a hard time maintaining on that level. So she said that they suggested that I start drinking like things with electrolytes like Gatorade or Propel, things like that, on a daily basis to make sure I'm hydrated. I drink a lot of coffee because I still haven't gotten my new sleep machine yet. So it's like I'm still waiting for the new sleep machine and I'm not getting enough sleep, and so I'm drinking coffee to compensate that feeling of exhaustion, to maintain, keep going to the gym, working, mom life, all that. So it's like causing, do you know what I'm saying? So like coffee's a diuretic, all of that. So basically I passed out. It was scary. But one thing that was kind of really upsetting about the whole situation is immediately people were like, well, you need to start eating more. And I'm like, don't do that, because it wasn't that I was like starving myself. I assure you, I've never, like, I'm not a starve myself person. That's why I got the surgery, because like I don't have self-control when it comes to food. That was like kind of the whole point of doing it, was to do something that would like force me to make positive choices when it came to food. But for me, it was like this thing where I was like, oh, well, see, you're too obsessed with this weight loss thing. I'm like, no, I'm like, I haven't changed anything. I'm like, I did do a lot of cleaning, and I think I overdid it, and you know, adding the heat from outside and all that probably had an effect on it. But it wasn't like I was intentionally like, oh man, I gotta push myself extra hard to lose weight. Like I am just maintaining my life. But the other reality is I think my metabolism is actually sped up and working better, and my body overall I think is just working more efficiently. So then when I do excess things, I'm not taking into account that my body's smaller and there's like less there to absorb, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where it was scary. It happened. I've been working really hard to make sure I take care of myself, keeping a little snack with me, you know, not overdoing it, not underdoing it, not like and the thing that was scary about that too, so like the next day I was back at the gym, and it was funny, my mom was like, well, and I said, no, I'm going back to the gym, because in the past, if something like this would have happened years ago, I would have been like, oh, well, I shouldn't go to the gym for a week. I need to just rest. I need to make sure that I'm totally okay. And I said, no, I'm going back to the gym the next day. And not because I'm trying to overdo it or prove anything, but because I had a fluke incident happen. I made sure that I took care of myself. I made sure that I was hydrating all day. I made sure I had snacks on me. If I felt any kind of woozy, I took care of it. But I was like, I will not go back to the person before that would look for any excuse not to go to the gym or any excuse not to eat right. Because I'm telling you, years ago, I would have taken that, I would have ran with it. I'd be like, oh, well, I need to eat lots of food to maintain my blood sugar. Oh man, I need to make sure that I just don't go to the gym for a week to maintain my blood sugar and not overdo it. No, we're not playing that game. I am on this journey to see through to completion, and completion never actually happens, because I'm never going to be done working on myself. I'm always going to be pushing myself, whether it's toning or whatever it is. I'm going to keep going to the gym, keep eating right, and keep doing the right thing. So that's kind of all that's been going on. One other funny thing, so like my ring size I've noticed is different. As you see, I have rings on all the time, but I've been getting a lot of new rings. So my ring finger used to be like a size 10, 11, 10, 10 and a half, 11, and now it's like between like a 6 and a 7, which is really insane. That my ring finger has shrunk so much. My wrists are smaller, like noticeably smaller. So it's like things like that. Like when I started losing drastic weight, wasn't really changing. Like things like my wrists are now actually like smaller, and I can actually grab around easily. Before it used to be like I could barely touch the tip of my nails, and now I can actually grab around my wrist with my fingers. My kids love it. They love that I'm losing weight. I know it's a weird thing to say, but like my daughter, my oldest one, Avelina, she said to me today, she's like, you know, you are really pretty both ways. She's like, but I love you this way. And she's like, because you're so much, you know, easier to hug now. And it's just, you know, that was one of my reasons for doing all of this, was for my kids. I wanted them to have a healthy and happy mom, and you know, I didn't want them to grow up with a mom that wasn't able to be active or have fun with them in the way that they want to have fun, because I was too exhausted from being overweight. So it's awesome that they actually notice it and they are excited about it and inspired by it. And so there's that. And the other really cool thing is, you guys probably don't know, or you might know, I don't know, I don't really know how much I've talked about this, but I have a mannequin. I've had a mannequin for years. I used to work retail. They were gonna throw her away. I rescued her. She's got a busted arm. And years ago, someone gave me a dress to put on the mannequin, and it's like an actual like tiny little mannequin. And so I actually took the dress and tried it on the other day. The dress is like a size 6. Now granted, I am not a size 6 in the stomach area because like I said, I have excess skin and all that. So like pants size 6 would not fit over my legs right now. I know that. But this dress, like, it was a size 6, but I'm very petite in the shoulder and like this area. So like a lot of my weight loss shows here. This is where I've lost like a lot. I used, you know, all that. So I put it on and the dress fit. And so the fact that I fit into a mannequin dress was absolutely insane. And I fit pretty well into mediums now across the board, like medium clothes, medium dresses, medium shirts. I actually was at Target and I was putting on a button down medium, and the only button that was a little bit tight was the bottom one. And I was like, why does this fit? Like it sort of almost like bothers me at times because I really still struggle a lot with body dysmorphia. And so when I try on medium-sized clothes, I'm like, why is this fitting me? This doesn't make any sense for me. And, you know, I like I said, I struggle with body dysmorphia. I, you know, was in Madison with my friends, a couple weekends ago. And I remember we were going to a restaurant. We were going to go sit down at our table and they brought us to a booth, and I got that anxiety, that feeling of, I'm gonna be too fat for this booth. Spatially, I'm not going to fit here. And then I sit down, there's like a foot between me and the booth. Because I still at times picture myself as, you know, 235 pounds bigger. So that's kind of all that's going on. This is a little bit longer of a video, I'm sorry, but there was just a lot of information to give out, and I wanted to make sure I addressed all the stuff that had happened. I wanted to reassure you guys that I'm okay, I'm not sick or anything like that. They are going to be doing blood work on me to just make sure that like everything is good. They said they want to make sure, you know, like my iron and everything is good. I'm not, they're like, they don't think I'm anemic or anything crazy like that, but they're going to check all that because at this stage in the game is when they check to follow up in with all the blood work and everything like that. So that is all I have for you guys today. But if you want to see more photos of me, you can check me out on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at Justlikedrew, spelled the same way as down below. If you want to be a part of the Just Like Drew crew and you're not already, make sure you click that red subscribe button down below and join our forever family because we're literally the best crew around because anybody and everybody can be our crew. I love you guys so stinking much. And if you like this video and you want to see more from me, you know what to do. Just like Drew, have an amazing day, have an amazing week, have an amazing life, and check in tomorrow for my very special edition video of what I officially weigh and my highest weight, starting weight, current weight, goal weight, all the weight stuff tomorrow. All right, love you. Bye, goodbye, goodbye. Gosh, a lot more, but with all the hair gone, it's like, girl, it's like nothing. And funny enough, I even got my period a couple days after, and I will say, even having my period